Welcome back, second grade. It is Thursday, April 9th, and we're back for another day of writing. We have been working on some different kinds of writing during this time. We started doing opinion writing, and then we just finished our narrative writing review. And today we're going to go back and do an informational writing review. Remember, informational writing are books that teach us something. So we did lots of different kinds of informational writing during our time this year where we got to teach others about things, maybe about animals or different things that we were learning about. And so remember, informational writing usually takes some research and it takes some explanation, and we're going to go through that today. All right, so let's take a look at our informational writing assignment. And here it comes. It says, write about why it is important to take care of and preserve our environment around us. Be sure to use the writing checklist to help you revise and edit. All right, so as it does say Friday's assignment, remember we're going to start it on Thursday, so don't worry about that part on the page. Now, this one is kind of tricky in the prompt that they give you because it says write about why. Be careful that you're not writing an opinion piece. Remember, when we're informational, we're writing more about facts. And so make sure you're talking about facts about preserving our environment around us, okay? So what are some important facts about why it's important to preserve the environment? So we're going to take a look at that part today. So again, this does have an informational writer's checklist below that will help you with some main ideas there. But in Columbia Public Schools, we also use something called our proficiency scale. And this is how we grade our writing. This is the way we check things off. And again, our report cards are changing to reflect some of our proficiency scales. And so here's what it says for our informative or explanatory writing. And so again, we want to be able to introduce a topic of or text being studied using complete sentences. We're going to use and restate facts and definitions to develop points in generating paragraphs in your own words. So here we go. Here are the parts down here. So it says, I can describe the purpose of the introduction. Okay, and so we're going to talk about your introduction needs to grab our attention and tell us about what you're going to be teaching us. You can write a draft beginning with an interesting question or statement that would intrigue a reader. Next part down here, it says I can organize facts, definitions, and examples on the pages. So we talked about giving some of those examples and definitions and definitely facts. You're going to use transition words, first, second, third, next, last, those kind of things. You're going to use specific words that are related to your topic. So are there important words that go with this topic, okay? And then, of course, you're going to have a concluding statement or paragraph there at the end of your writing. So informational writing does take a little bit more time because it does require you to do some research. So I would use this in connection with your reading time. So as you're going on Epic or other things, see if you can find some books that are going to help you with the topic. We said using nonfiction books helps us to do our nonfiction writing. And so it teaches about one topic. Our books that we did in class had table of contents. You will not be able to develop that unless you make your own creative packet at home to do that. Okay, we usually have headings and labels and diagrams and pictures. Again, if you want to be creative at home and add those things, you can. We also included indexes and glossaries as we are working on those, okay? All right, your introduction. We need to make sure we have a beginning that names your topic. What is the writing about? So make sure you go back to that topic page that you have available for you. Make sure it grabs our attention, right? It needs to have something that grabs our attention. We talked about having a question in there that maybe leads the reader in. Then our organization. As second grade, you need to generate paragraphs with one main idea to show evidence of a beginning, a middle, and an end that connects to the topic. So sequences your ideas in clear and coherent sentences. So we should be able to understand step by step what you're telling us. And a conclusion has a concluding statement or paragraph to end the writing or piece and adds a thought, a call to action, or a feeling. So in this one, this would be a great opportunity to do a call of action. What could people do to help preserve the environment if that's what you're choosing to do as your call of action? Okay. So today, you have a tough job because you're going to have to do some research and you're going to have to do some writing. Don't feel bad if you don't get all the writing done today, because tomorrow we'll have some more time for finishing our writing and revising that out. So again, we do our videos in two parts. So you're going to pause the video here. You're going to come back tomorrow, and then we will continue on with our informational writing. All right, good luck. We will see you tomorrow. All right, welcome. It is Friday, April 10th, day 5B in our writing. We are working on informational writing. Yesterday, we started with our topic and gave you an opportunity to do some research, hopefully doing some reading at home on the topic, seeing what you can find, and then being able to start your writing. That needs to have an introduction, 3 middle points as you're trying to develop some facts and ideas about the topic, and a conclusion. So what do we learn? We talked about the different points of informational writing. Now, if you forgot some of those points, you can always rewind this video. You can go back to that part about informational writing, and we'll go step by step through it with you, okay? All right, remember, we checked our proficiency scale yesterday to make sure that we have all those important parts. So if you weren't sure what's on there, go back to earlier in the video. You can pause it on that page, or you can listen to Mr. Hill go over the proficiency scale again. You also have a checklist at the bottom of your sheet that can help you off with some of those main ideas. All right, revision. Remember, we talked about when you finish today, because you probably still have a little more writing to do today, that you need to go back and you need to do some revising. So here's our revision scale. And so make sure that you're going back and you're adding more description. You're seeing if your sentences make sense. You're cleaning up sentences that are maybe too short and making them compound sentences. Maybe you have sentences that aren't even complete sentences that you need to go back and fix. And so making sure that when you're done today, you'll have your piece written and you'll be able to see that it makes sense, that we can go from a beginning that grabs our attention, states our facts and information, and gives us a conclusion at the end, okay? All right, so I'm sure it will take more time with your writing today. Informational writing does take a little bit longer, so good luck with that and continue working hard. Again, this is where we're going to stop for today. This is, again, a Friday, so we will stop for the week on writing, and we will come back and check in with you next time. Hopefully, keep up the great work and do a great job for us. I'm sure you're doing writing that we can be proud of. We miss you. We'll see you next time.